Okay, so Yellow Devil. Ah, this is going to be a fun one. Particularly fun. Well, okay, I won't spoil anything. Won't spoil anything. Except for the fact that there was a Mimic Met there just a minute ago.
Yeah.
Not gonna trick me, Mimic Met.
And you got the little skulls watching you as you go around.
That was so off-putting, Mike. I mean, at first I thought that they were enemies, and so I, started shooting them. I went through every weapon in my inventory just to try and find something that was damaging, because I'm like, they're watching me. It can't be good. Now, I am proud of myself because this is perhaps the one and only time where I have never, on that part, I have never fallen prey to my instant death spike curse.
Yeah, that was pretty good for like
Thanks.
an attempt at it.
So this is an interesting lighting choice.
Yeah, I got the idea from Mario 3 when you're on World 8 and it gets all dark on you.
And you've got the one thing that's roaming around. It was quite mean of you to put some dead ends up there. But I suppose it couldn't be helped.
Now there's some secret items up off screen, right there.
Really, like a warp whistle?
Nah, just tanks and stuff.
Gotcha. Huh. How do you? Well,
You can see them if you're charging up as Mega Man, because the pellet cycles.
Oh, hey. Now that's... Well then, it's good to be... Dang, it feels good to be Mega Man, I suppose. Let's see. Man, those skulls. You did a good job on those. Were those difficult to manage?
No, I just made them look in the direction of the player, and that's about all there was to their programming.
Gotcha. Yeah, you better run, Mets. Now, I'm sure that this particular part, of course, if you were base, you could just, double jump up from the bottom. But for Mega Man, I'm sure that part's quite tough to handle.
Yeah, unless he has rush coil, then
very
he
true.
can do it.
Ah. The random number generation was with me. Okay, now, this is definitely interesting, and it caused me no end of frustration. I actually cut out about, 70% of the deaths that I had on these spikes. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you gotta get your timing right on it.
Oh, and if you press jump, it'll, just catapult you straight up the strips, which kind of becomes an important thing in a couple of those, because you'll fall out in addition to being thrown up to the top.
Yeah.
You can fall out, and that's just devious, Mike. I hope you're happy with yourself. In all honesty, though, it was actually while I didn't appreciate it at the time, I can definitely appreciate the mechanic.
Yeah.
I think I actually, yelled some profanity and threw. Oh, now this! Oh gosh, exploding. That's
Combined with the Crain fiends.
Yes. And boy, did all that hard work just go to naught. But yes, the Crains. On the upside, I was very glad to discover, once again, I just can't seem to pull through that one. Well, I was very pleased to discover that that if you get taken by the Crains, that I was glad to find out that that the exploding Mets, as you'll see in a second, come on, as soon as I can figure out how to get to my E tank, that the exploding Mets will actually just sort of, bounce you right out of there.
Yeah, they also cause damage to enemies, like any enemy.
And they do the same amount of damage as reggae, right?
Yeah, because all explosions do the same amount of damage.
Gotcha. Now, was that a conscious choice, or is that something? Is that perhaps a limitation of the game making program?
It was a choice.
Gotcha. Okay.
Figured they'd be more interesting if they blew each other up in a chain reaction.
Well, it definitely can get a little hairy with the exploding guys there. Well, at this point, Mike, I do need to, be sure to pay you your due, as well as to point out to anybody who's watching that there are some red marks along the floor. And Mike has been so kind as to put a little cheater's guide for those of us who can never seem to make it through the Yellow Devil without taking tons of damage every pass. Those little marks show you where to stand. And I think it's through this action that has, ensured some type of a place in, I don't know, Mega Man sainthood. I don't know if they're looking for a Saint Crain, but if they are, I think you're definitely in the running. I also definitely appreciate how there's enough time on this Yellow Devil that you can actually get in more than one shot. I mean, not that I actually did that pass, but that it can happen in theory.
Yeah, because one thing I didn't like about all the other Yellow Devils is they take forever because you can only get in like 1 or 2 shots.
Yeah. Excuse me. The one that really comes to mind is the original from Mega Man. And
yeah.
Goodness, that one you can really only get one shot only in. And no E-tanks, I mean, goodness.
Of course, there's the pause trick, though.
Very true, there is the pause trick. But thanks for a wonderful, wonderful Yellow Devil fight, Mike. I didn't think it was possible, but you've done it.